You're here today because you're tired, tired being weak, tired of settling for less than you deserve, tired of watching life pass you by while others seize their dreams. Well, I've got news for you. It's time to wake up. It's time to stop being weak and become a monster. Now, when I say monster, I don't mean some scary creature that hides under beds. I'm talking about becoming a force of nature. A person so driven, so focused, so unstoppable that nothing can stand in your way. That's the kind of monster I want you to become. Let me ask you something. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see someone who's given up? Someone who's content to drift through life, never reaching their full potential? Or do you see a champion in the making? Because that's what you are, a champion waiting to emerge. You see, the difference between average people and extraordinary achievers isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's mindset. It's the willingness to push beyond your limits, to do what others won't, to become what others can. Think about it. Every great achievement in history was once thought impossible. The 4-minute mile, climbing Mount Everest, flying to the moon. These were all possible dreams until someone decided to become a monster and make them happen. So why not you? Why can't you be the one to achieve the impossible in your life? The answer is simple: you can. But first you need to make a decision to stop being weak and start being strong. A decision to stop making excuses and start making progress. A decision to stop waiting for opportunity and start creating it. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm not special. I don't have any extraordinary talents. Let me tell you something. Neither did most of the successful people you admire. What they had was extraordinary determination. They were willing to work harder, persist longer, and sacrifice more than anyone else. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He failed over 1,000 times before he successfully invented the light bulb. Can you imagine that? Over 1,000 failures. Most people would have given up after the 10th try, let alone the 100th or the 1,000th. But not Edison. He saw each failure as a stepping stone to success. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the mindset of a monster. A monster doesn't see obstacles. They see opportunities. They don't see failures. They see lessons. They don't see limits. They see challenges to overcome. So how do you develop this mindset? How do you transform from weak to strong? From average to extraordinary? It starts with your daily habits. You see, success isn't achieved in a day. It's built day by day through consistent actions and unwavering discipline. First, you need to take control of your mornings. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Most people hit the snooze button, drag themselves out of bed, and stumble through their morning routine half asleep. Is it any wonder they feel weak and unprepared for the challenges of the day? A monster, on the other hand, leaps out of bed with purpose. They know that every day is a gift, an opportunity to move closer to their goals. They start their day with positive affirmations, energizing exercise, and purposeful planning. By the time most people are having their first cup of coffee, a monster has already made significant progress towards their goals. Next, you need to master the art of focused work. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. The average person spends hours each day scrolling mindlessly through their phone, watching pointless videos, or gossiping about trivial matters. A monster, however, guards their time and attention like a precious resource. They understand that time is the one thing you can never get back. Once it's gone forever. So they use their time wisely, focusing intensely on high-value activities that move them closer to their goals. They work in focus blocks, eliminating distractions and diving deep into their most important tasks. But becoming a monster isn't just about working hard. It's also about working smart. It's about continuous learning and self-improvement. The world is changing faster than ever before, and if you're not growing, you're falling behind. A monster's always learning, always improving. They read voraciously, not just for entertainment, but for education. They seek out mentors and role models, learning from those who have already achieved what they aspire to. They attend seminars, take courses, and invest in their personal development. Remember, your mind is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Every book you read, every skill you learn, every challenge you overcome makes you stronger, smarter, more capable. It's not about where you start. It's about how far you're willing to go. Now, let's talk about fear. Fear is the enemy of growth. It's the voice in your head that tells you to play it safe, to stay in your comfort zone. But here's the truth. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. A monster understands that fear is just false evidence appearing real. They know that on the other side of fear lies growth, opportunity, and success. So instead of running from fear, they run towards it. They do the things that scare them, knowing that each time they face their fears, they become stronger. Think about it. Every time you do something that scares you, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. You expand your comfort zone. You become more confident, more resilient, and before you know it, things that once terrified you become second nature. But becoming a monster isn't just about personal achievement. It's also about the impact you have on others. You see, when you become extraordinary, you inspire others to do the same. Your success creates a ripple effect, touching lives in ways you may never even realize. Think about the great leaders and innovators throughout history. They didn't just achieve personal success. They changed the world. They inspired others to dream bigger, reach higher, and achieve more. That's the power of becoming a monster. You not only transform your own life, but you have the potential to transform the lives of countless others. Now, I know this journey won't be easy. There will be obstacles. There will be setbacks. There will be days when you want to give up. But that's where the real test begins. Anyone can be motivated when things are going well. It's how you respond to adversity that defines you. A monster doesn't quit when things get tough. They get tougher. They see challenges as opportunities to prove their strength, to develop their skills, to become even more unstoppable. They understand that the greatest growth often comes from the greatest struggles. Think about a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. It's a struggle. It's painful. But it's through that struggle that the butterfly develops the strength to fly. If you were to cut open the cocoon to help the butterfly, you'd actually be condemning it to a life of weakness. It's the struggle that makes it strong. The same is true for you. The challenges you face aren't meant to break you. They're meant to make you. They're opportunities to develop your strength, your resilience, your character. Embrace them. Learn from them. Use them as fuel to become even more unstoppable. Now let's talk about discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what turns dreams into reality. Most people have goals, but few have the discipline to achieve them. They start strong, full of motivation and excitement, but when that initial burst of motivation fades, they give up. A monster, on the other hand, doesn't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. They understand that motivation is fleeting, but discipline is reliable. They do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They show up every day, put in the work, and make steady progress towards their goals. Think about it like this. If you only worked on your goals when you felt motivated, how much progress would you really make? Probably not much. But if you work on your goals consistently, day in and day out, regardless of how you feel, imagine how much you could accomplish. That's the power of discipline. It's what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It's what turns potential into reality. And the beautiful thing about discipline is that it's a skill you can develop, like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Start small. Set a goal to do something every day, no matter how small. Maybe it's reading for 15 minutes or doing 10 push-ups or writing 100 words. Whatever it is, commit to doing it every single day, no matter what. As you build this habit of discipline, you'll find that it becomes easier to tackle bigger challenges and achieve more ambitious goals. Now let's talk about your environment. You've probably heard the saying, You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. There's a lot of truth to that. Your environment shapes you in ways you might not even realize. A monster is very intentional about their environment. They surround themselves with people who inspire them, challenge them, and push them to be better. They seek out positive influences and distance themselves from negative ones. Think about it. If you're constantly around people who complain, make excuses, and settle for mediocrity, how likely are you to rise above that? But if you're surrounded by people who are ambitious, hardworking, and constantly striving to improve, how much more likely are you to do the same? Your environment isn't just about the people around you. It's also about the information you consume, the places you spend your time, the habits you cultivate. A monster creates an environment that supports their goals and aspirations. They fill their minds with positive, empowering information. They create spaces that inspire productivity and creativity. They develop routines and habits that align with their goals. In short, they design their life in a way that makes success almost inevitable. Now, I want to talk about something that many people overlook, the importance of rest and recovery. You might think that becoming a monster means working 20/7, never taking a break. But that's a recipe for burnout, not success. True monsters understand the power of strategic rest. They know that recovery isn't a sign of weakness. It's a crucial part of peak performance. Think about it like this. A bow that's always strung loses its power. It needs periods of rest to maintain its strength and effectiveness. The same is true for you. You need periods of rest and recovery to recharge your batteries, consolidate your learning, and come back stronger. But here's the key. Rest doesn't mean laziness, but doesn't mean binge watching TV shows or scrolling mindlessly through your phone. Effective rest is intentional. It's about engaging in activities that rejuvenate your body and mind. Maybe it's meditation or yoga to calm your mind. Maybe it's a nature walk to reconnect with the world around you. Maybe it's pursuing a hobby that brings you joy and sparks your creativity. The point is, don't neglect this crucial aspect of peak performance. Build periods of strategic rest into your routine. You'll find that when you come back to your work, you're more focused, more creative, and more productive than ever. Now, let's talk about failure. Most people are terrified of failure. They see it as something to be avoided at all costs. But a monster has a different perspective. They see failure not as an end, but as a beginning. Not as a disaster, but as a teacher. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become better. It's feedback that tells you what doesn't work, bringing you one step closer to what does work. Remember, failure is an event, not a person. You are not your failures. You are your response to those failures. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. But they didn't let these failures define them. Instead, they used them as fuel to drive them forward. A monster embraces failure because they know it's an inevitable part of the journey to success. They fail fast, learn quickly, and keep moving forward. They understand that the only real failure is giving up. So the next time you face a setback, don't get discouraged. Don't give up. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become better? That's the mindset of a monster. Now let's talk about goal setting. Most people set vague, uninspiring goals. I want to lose weight. I want to make more money. I want to be happier. These kinds of goals don't inspire action. They don't light a fire in your belly. A monster sets big, audacious goals that excite and terrify them in equal measure. They set goals that force them to become more than they currently are. Because here's the truth. The goal isn't just to achieve something external. The real goal is to become the kind of person who's capable of achieving that goal. When you set a big goal, you're forced to grow. You're forced to develop new skills, overcome new challenges, become more than you were before. The journey towards that goal is where the real transformation happens. So don't be afraid to dream big. Set goals that make your heart race and your palms sweat. Set goals that force you to become more, and then break those big goals down into smaller, actionable steps. Create a plan. Take consistent action. Adjust as necessary. That's how monsters turn dreams into reality. Now I want to talk about something that's often overlooked, the power of gratitude. You might think that becoming a monster is all about striving for more, always pushing forward. And while that's certainly part of it, it's equally important to appreciate what you already have. Gratitude isn't just a nice sentiment. It's a powerful force that can transform your life. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You find strength in situations that would break others. A monster practices gratitude daily. They take time each day to reflect on what they're thankful for. It might be big things like their health or their family. It might be small things like a beautiful sunrise or a delicious meal. The point is to train your mind to focus on the positive. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or challenges. It means approaching those challenges from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. When you're grateful for what you have, you operate from a position of strength. You're more resilient, more creative, more capable of overcoming whatever obstacles come your way. So start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. End each day the same way. You'll be amazed at how this simple practice can transform your mindset and your life. Now let's talk about service. You might think that becoming a monster is all about personal achievement. And while personal growth is certainly a big part of it, true monsters understand the importance of giving back. You see, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. You can achieve all your goals, accumulate wealth and accolades, but if you're not making a positive impact on the world around you, you'll feel empty inside. A monster uses their strength, their skills, their success to lift others up. They understand that true fulfillment comes from contribution, from making a difference in the lives of others. They use their success as a platform to create positive change in the world. This doesn't mean you have to wait until you're successful to start giving back. You can start right where you are with what you have. Maybe it's volunteering your time. Maybe it's mentoring someone. Maybe it's using your skills to help a cause you believe in. When you shift your focus from what you can get to what you can give, amazing things happen. You'll find that the more you give, the more you receive. Not just in terms of material success, but in terms of fulfillment, purpose, and joy. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with one final thought. Becoming a monster isn't about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes or never facing setbacks. It's about committing to continuous growth and improvement. It's about waking up each day with the determination to be better than you were yesterday. It's about facing your fears, pushing your limits, and refusing to settle for less than you're capable of. Remember, you have greatness within you. You have the potential to achieve amazing things. But that potential will remain dormant unless you choose to activate it, unless you choose to stop being weak and become a monster. So I challenge you, starting right now, make that choice. Choose to be strong. Choose to be disciplined. Choose to be unstoppable. Choose to become the best version of yourself. It won't be easy. There will be days when you want to give up, days when you doubt yourself, days when the challenges seem insurmountable. But in those moments, remember why you started. Remember the person you're becoming. Remember the lives you'll impact when you achieve your goals. You have everything you need within you right now. The strength, the courage, the determination, it's all there, waiting to be unleashed. All you need to do is make the decision to tap into it. So what's it going to be? Are you going to continue living a life of mediocrity, always wondering what if? Or are you going to step up, embrace the challenge, and become the monster you were meant to be? The choice is yours, but I believe in you. I believe you have what it takes to transform your life, to achieve your dreams, to make a real difference in this. So go forth, be strong, be disciplined, be unstoppable, become a monster. And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. Your future self is watching you right now, watching to see what you'll do. Will you rise to the challenge? Will you become the monster you were meant to be? Remember, every great achievement in history started with a decision to be more, to do more, to become more. Today, you have the opportunity to make that decision for yourself, to choose greatness over mediocrity, to choose strength over weakness, to choose to become a monster. But becoming a monster isn't a one-time decision. It's a choice you need to make every single day. It's choosing to get up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's choosing to work on your goals when you'd rather relax. It's choosing to face your fears when you'd rather play it safe. Think about the areas of your life where you've been settling for less than you deserve. Maybe it's in your career. Maybe it's in your relationships. Maybe it's in your health or your finances. Whatever it is, now is the time to draw a line in the sand. To say, no more. From this day forward, I choose to be exceptional. But here's the thing. Exceptional results require exceptional effort. You can't become a monster by doing what everyone else does. You need to be willing to go above and beyond, to do what others won't, so you can have what others can't. This means embracing discomfort. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. So seek out challenges, push your limits, do the things that scare you. Because on the other side of that fear, that discomfort, that challenge is where true growth happens. Now let's talk about consistency. Becoming a monster isn't about making dramatic changes overnight. It's about making small, consistent improvements every single day. It's about the power of compound growth. Think about it like this. If you improve just one each day, over the course of a year, you'll be 37 times better. That's the power of consistent, incremental improvement. It might not seem like much day to day, but over time, the results are extraordinary. So focus on getting just a little better each day. Maybe it's reading one more page, maybe it's doing one more rep, maybe it's making one more sales call. Whatever it is, commit to consistent, daily improvement. Over time, these small improvements will compound into massive results. Now, let's address something that holds many people back, the fear of judgment. When you start to change, when you start to become a monster, some people in your life might not understand. They might criticize you, judge you, try to pull you back down to their level. Remember this, their reaction says more about them than it does about you. Often, when people see others improving themselves, it makes them uncomfortable. It forces them to confront their own lack of growth, their own unfulfilled potential. Don't let their judgment hold you back. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. The world needs your brilliance, your strength, your monster-like determination. So shine bright. Let your success inspire others. And if some people can't handle your growth, that's their problem, not yours. Now, let's talk about the power of visualization. The mind is an incredibly powerful tool. What you focus on, you move towards. So use the power of your mind to your advantage. Visualize your success. See yourself achieving your goals. Feel the emotions of triumph, of accomplishment. When you visualize success, you're programming your subconscious mind for achievement. You're creating a clear target for your mind to aim at. You're building belief in yourself and your abilities. But don't just visualize the end result. Visualize the process. See yourself putting in the work, overcoming obstacles, pushing through challenges. This mental rehearsal prepares you for the real-world challenges you'll face on your journey to becoming a monster. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. So guard your thoughts carefully. Fill your mind with positive, empowering thoughts. Visualize your success. Because what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Now let's address the elephant in the room, fear of success. It might sound strange, but many people are actually more afraid of success than they are of failure. Why? Because success brings change. It brings new responsibilities, new expectations. It pushes you out of your comfort zone. But here's the truth. If you want to become a monster, you need to be willing to let go of who you are to become who you're meant to be. You need to be willing to step into the unknown, to embrace uncertainty, to welcome change. Remember, the person you are right now is not capable of achieving your biggest dreams. That's why you need to grow, to evolve, to become more. You need to become the kind of person who's capable of achieving those dreams. So don't fear success. Embrace it. Welcome the changes it brings. See them as opportunities for growth, for becoming even more of a monster. Because the more you grow, the more you achieve, the more impact you can have on the world. Now, let's talk about the importance of taking massive action. Knowledge without action is useless. You can read all the books, attend all the seminars, have all the best intentions, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. A monster doesn't just dream about success. They don't just plan for success. They take massive action towards their goals. They understand that the universe rewards action, not intention. So whatever your goals are, whatever dreams you have, start taking action towards them today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when conditions are perfect. Because guess what? Conditions will never be perfect. The time to act is now. Start small if you need to, but start. Take that first step. Make that first call. Write that first page. Do that first workout. Whatever it is, take action. Because action breeds confidence and growth. The more you do, the more you'll believe in yourself, and the more you'll be capable of doing. Remember, it's not about taking perfect action. It's about taking imperfect action, learning from the results, and adjusting your approach. That's how monsters make progress. They're not afraid to make mistakes. They're not paralyzed by the need for perfection. They take action, learn, adjust, and keep moving forward. Now, let's talk about the power of your words. The language you use, both in your self-talk and in your communication with others, has a profound impact on your reality. Words have power. They can lift you up or tear you down. They can empower you or limit you. A monster is very intentional about their language. They use powerful, positive words to describe themselves and their goals. They don't say, "I'll try." They say, "I will." They don't say, "I hope." They don't say, "I can't." They say, "How can I?" Pay attention to your language. Are you using words that empower you or limit you? Are you speaking like a victim or like a victor? Like a weakling or like a monster? Change your words and you'll change your mindset. Change your mindset and you'll change your actions. Change your actions and you'll change your life. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to remind you of something crucial. Becoming a monster is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about unlocking your full potential, about becoming who you were always meant to be. You see, there's greatness within you. There's a monster inside you, waiting to be unleashed. All the strength, all the courage, all the determination you need is already within you. Your job is to tap into it, to nurture it, to let it grow. So don't try to be like someone else. Don't try to copy someone else's path to success. Learn from others, certainly. Be inspired by others, absolutely. But forge your own path. Be authentically you, because the world doesn't need another copy. It needs you in all your unique monster-like glory. Remember, becoming a monster isn't about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes or never facing setbacks. It's about having the courage to keep going when things get tough. It's about having the determination to get back up every time you get knocked down. It's about having the persistence to keep pushing forward, even when progress seems slow. It's about waking up each day with the intention to be better than you were yesterday. It's about constantly pushing your limits, constantly expanding your comfort zone, constantly striving to become more. So as we conclude, I want you to make a commitment to yourself, a commitment to stop being weak and become a monster, a commitment to unleash your full potential, a commitment to become the best version of yourself. Remember, the journey of becoming a monster is not easy. There will be challenges, there will be setbacks, there will be days when you want to give up. But in those moments, remember why you started. Remember the person you're becoming. Remember the lives you'll impact when you achieve your goals. You have everything you need within you right now. The strength, the courage, the determination, it's all there waiting to be unleashed. All you need to do is make the decision to tap into it. So what's it going to be? Are you going to continue living a life of mediocrity, always wondering what if? Or are you going to step up, embrace the challenge, and become the monster you were meant to be? Choice is yours. But I believe in you. I believe you have what it takes to transform your life, to achieve your dreams, to make a real difference in this world. So go forth, be strong, be disciplined, be unstoppable, become a monster, and remember the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. Your future self is watching you right now, waiting to see what you'll do. Will you rise to the challenge? Will you become the monster you were meant to be? The decision is yours. The time is now. Stop being weak, become a monster. Your extraordinary life is waiting for you. Go claim it.